Guys, right, let's warm up the coffee. Coffee. Where are we? Where's my coffee gone? Over here. Right, okay, I'm just gonna warm this up. How are we going, guys? We've got Elvis on in the background, of course. We need to just boil the kettle. Warm these up. Right, let's just get over here. Hi guys, so we've got about 45 minutes. It's a bit of a funny one today. I've got all little things happening. So I'm doing a live, going off, doing a back and forth. So defending Elvis Presley fans want the truth. We're going to discuss this book briefly in our 45 minutes. Are you lonesome tonight? Hi Emily. You got the notification then? That's good, isn't it? It's actually working. I haven't really had a chance to tell anyone, as usual. I did put it on the Facebook, and I did put it on the Messenger live now. Let me just tell. Right, I'm gonna while we're chatting, I'm gonna quickly tell people. I'm hoping that Kathy may join us because she is friends with the author of the book. So I'll quickly grab my coffee. I am gonna rush a bit because so I was sent an email about the Lucy Desiree book. Now I want you guys to know that I'm very open-minded with it. I want you guys to decide for yourselves. I don't want me to influence what you decide. So let me just put some honey in this coffee. All right, yeah, it's lovely. Lovely. A lovely bit of honey. Okay, let's just put some water in that one as well. Just putting water in them to make them last a bit. Now, we are going to be... Okay, let's come and sit with you guys. So we have already, believe it or not, we've already done 2 lives, but they were both around 50 minutes long, I think. Kathy, you're here. Right, Kathy, I was hoping that you would be here, Kathy. Hi, Kathy is friends with Dari and Desiree. Now, Kathy, I really appreciate you joining us. It's important because I've had a message from YouTube. YouTube have said I need permission from the authors to read any of these books, that I can review them, I can take out little sections and discuss little sections, but to actually read the book, I need permission. So Dari knows that I read this. Kathy is the one that invited us to read this. So Kathy, guys, in case you don't know, Kathy is friends with Dari. I actually quite like Dari. I find him very interesting. We know that this has been covered a lot by Joe at Rare Elvis Photos. He's done some fantastic work. Kathy, thank you very much, because I've been told off about reading this book. I only read 1 chapter, but at the end of the day, it's not my book, so I'm going to be careful. So let me just, I appreciate Kathy giving us permission. Now, Kathy, I was sent an email by someone. I'm not going to read this email out to upset you. I'm going to use it so that you have the opportunity to, if you don't mind, because we're very gracious that you're helping us, so that you have the opportunity to help us understand why this person's opinion is different to yours. Yeah. Now I respect this person. I was hoping to read I'd like to read a whole chapter of this book, but let's just see how the email goes and how much time we've got. We probably are going to have to come back to a part 2 to read another chapter. I think we're up to chapter 3. I think we might be on chapter 4. I'll double check it. I'm just very quickly telling people we're here, just so we get a few more on with us, and then I'm going to find this email. And we're going to go for it. Now, I've watched a lot of Joe's stuff, and I'll tell you now, it's very compelling. And I massively respect Joe and his opinion. So if you want to learn as much as you possibly can about this book, about Lucy, about Desiree, you must go over to Joe. I mean, obviously, I highly recommend Joe anyway. He's fantastic. Joe Sins at Rare Elvis Photos. He's just like, he is one of the most impressive Elvis YouTube channels that I've ever known. He is so, I aspire to be like Joe. And would I wear his hat? Probably. Joe, if you're watching, you are amazing. I know I praise you a lot, but you impress me every day. You impress me, and you do videos every day. And the reason Joe does videos every day is because he truly loves what he does. He has a lot of passion for Elvis, and obviously he's a very gifted man, isn't he? He's a singer and many other things. He does his Elvis channel from the heart. So right, we've told a few more people. So we have a bit of a revised Team Elvis, because I am committed now to having people within Team Elvis that are loyal and we're here and we have the same intentions. We want to defend Elvis and Lisa and the bloodline. We want to do it our way. Louis and Team Elvis. We don't want other people telling us how to defend, and people that are attacking us, that are against defending Elvis, we want them gone. You wouldn't believe it, guys, but many tens of thousands of people do not think Elvis should be defended, and I fully disagree. Elvis must be defended, and my name's Louis, so I do things Louis's way with Team Elvis. Yeah, of course I do, because that's why I started the channel. Yeah. So, right, let's get this email up. So we, together as a family that are growing, we're going to do things the way that Team Elvis wants. Yeah, the way that me and Team Elvis as a team, we will defend in our style, and we will defend Elvis. We won't be muted or held back. If people want to attack us and have digs at us and put us down and belittle us and turn against us for defending Elvis, they shouldn't be anywhere near us. They should be off doing their own thing with their own channels. Leave us to do our job. Yeah. So we are united. Right. Let's have a look. Let's find this email. Of course, I've got to find the things. I can never find these emails as usual. Where are we? Here we go. Is that it? No. Let's keep going. I mean, it's a very detailed email. I was going to do this 3 days ago, right? 3 days ago, right? And whilst Kathy's here, Kathy, no, I haven't read that. No, I haven't watched that. Joe has been doing so much lately that I'm playing catch up. Do you want to tell us, Kathy? Do you want to tell us a bit about it? Let me find the email. Right, I got it. Okay. Right now, Kathy, I want you to know I'm not agreeing with this. This is someone else's opinion, and we are gonna read it, so that we can discuss the points. My guess is that she's going to break down the arguments. Now, this email is definitely against the book. Okay. Now, I want you to know I massively respect you and Desiree. Desiree has been kind to me. Desiree Matera, the author. I'm actually find the book very enjoyable. I find this book very enjoyable. I actually recommend it as a very, very good read. Yeah. So I come to you, Kathy and Dari and Desiree, from a place of respect. Okay. I will not be rude. Yisa, you're so kind. Yisa just bought me a coffee. Thank you, Yisa. Thank you. Right, let's start reading it now. I I don't actually have a name. I don't actually have a name. Oh, yes, I do. It's Kim. Kim in Texas. Is it Texas? No, Kim in USA. TX USA. I'm guessing that's Texas. Now, let's just do it. Now, guys, there's 20 of you here at the moment. Then you might increase. Ask Kathy questions. Ask Kathy questions. Ayisa, you're so kind to me. Right. I'm Kim Stewart in TX USA. Now, Kathy, I haven't read it. I started to read it, and I thought, I'm going to read this live with you guys. Live with you guys, okay? Now, remember what we're doing. We discuss it, and we make our own minds up, yeah? Either way, I fully respect your opinion. I fully respect Joe and his opinion, okay? I'm not going to sway you. Right, okay. You got your lemon tea, have you, Ayisa? Right. I'm Kim I can't keep a Gmail that works, so I'll just email you. Found you looking for an honest voice on the dairy book. Now, Kathy, do you know Nancy? Nancy has also been messaging me. She's on YouTube of many messages in support of this book. So this is against this text. This email is against, but Nancy is fully in support of this book. Okay, so do you know Nancy? I expect you do. Right, she's amazing. I love Nancy. Right. I found you looking for an honest voice on the dairy book after seeing it on the other channel. I've watched the material over there, and I'm pretty good at reading between the lines. Now, remember, Kim's point of view, not mine. You, Kathy, you will like her. Read her comments on my YouTube channel, and she is fully in support of Joe and the book, and she 100% she believes it. Okay, I'm hoping to read her comment as well after this. Okay, so I want to be fair, the against and the for, whilst these guys ask you questions. Okay, Desiree is saying her DNA submission says that she has no paternal DNA. Derry is now saying it's likely it's immaculate conception as the last resort to deflecting the DNA matter. This was on an interview with Joe. Is that true? I haven't heard Derry say that. Kathy, is that true? So at the moment, I dispute that because I've never heard it. What are you saying, Kathy? Right. Let's have a look. So, but extraordinary claims. He was joking. I didn't believe that, Kathy. I didn't believe that. I just thought. Sorry to Kim. I'm sorry, but I didn't believe that. I thought that was not right. But extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. Substituting speculation for proof is what's going on here. Claiming Elvis' whole reason for being his lifelong inspiration is this woman is wrong. Okay, let's just keep going. A National Enquirer writer who makes up stuff on celebrities for paychecks has hundreds of gossip inside his Rolodex to provide him inside information isn't a source. So she's basically saying because that he's a National Enquirer type writer. Is that what she's saying? Okay. Again, not a comment I agree with. Yeah. No offense, Kim. I can send a long email with many major problems in this story if you wish. Right. The focus on this man's arguments of our black versus purple suit, horses at zoo, and ignore the big thing. Right. So let's, Kathy, those 2 points, if you don't mind. What are your views on the black purple suit? I know about this. Can you just explain it? I know that people, you know, when he goes to see Nixon, I understand that argument. So please, yeah, at the moment, I do disagree with this email. Kim, no offense, right? The horses at the zoo. Can you explain that as well? Yeah. So the purple suit has been proven. And what is the horses at the zoo? Explain that. I don't know what that is. So then this person says they only met 7 or 8 times. 3 or 4 in the 50s, 3 or 4 in the 70s. I don't know about that. Okay, you carry on, Kathy. You do your thing, and I'll keep reading. It's not that long. So the story goes that she is fleeing to a hiding place in Colorado, a military base where her sister lives. She has to protect Elvis from her psycho husband. Note though that she goes by Presley, and there are moves back to Louisiana a few months later, still going by Presley because she says it's a common name down in Alexandria, Louisiana, and would be a good way to be incognito. So what are your remarks on that? Is on the fact that she chose the name Presley? Okay. Okay. I'll keep going. You just give us the information, Kathy. She was stranded where her car stalled in Colorado mountains, and a man drove by and picked them up, her 3 kids, and took them to safety in a town. A cop drove by the next day and found the stranded car and her sister's phone number on the registration papers. I'm not aware of that. You're going to have to give me information, yeah? So she goes by the name de Barbin. Thank you. Now she says that she froze to death and is what Elvis heard, so thought she was dead those years. I don't understand that comment. Remember, I haven't read this. Yeah. What's the problem with this? Well, there's 2 possibilities. One, that she stayed in the car with her kids, all with blankets, extra clothes, and stash of food would have been in the car as it's winter, and she was moving to her sister's in Colorado. A cop, she says, found the abandoned car the next day with blankets, clothes, food, and possessions. Would have known in a millisecond that the car's occupants got a ride. Furthermore, he called her sister, who would have to have confirmed that she was moving to Louisiana, Colorado. We are told that the phones were down for 2 days, meaning that she couldn't call her sister for 2 days. This had to be added to make the story work. I don't know. You explain. I don't understand that, but I'll keep going. It's not much more. And then we're going to go on to Nancy's comments, okay? And option 2, they left the safety food blankets, ability to huddle and share warmth as anyone would do if stranded in winter. Instead of walking the road, left the road to walk into the woods where they froze and never to be seen again. I don't know what that means really. Thus, the rumor of her death gets back home and back to Elvis, who never asked where. I don't know what that means. Small colo town of Gunnison. I don't know what that means. Where a quick call to the town would confirm deny the rumor. Confirm or deny. A small town's police department would surely remember the story of a woman with 3 children who froze to death in the snow. I honestly, I don't know what that is about. Yeah, but you say what you need to say. Okay, don't forget, I don't know the story. I haven't read the book. Yeah, I've only read 3 chapters. Yeah, we're going to read it together and let it unfold together so people can decide. Or he could have easily hired a PI, private investigator, to find her, or what an idea, or call her sister. Didn't she say that her sister in Memphis knew him and stayed in touch with him? Dairy's notes at the end of the zoo chapter. Okay, you're going to have to respond to that because I don't know. Elvis never believed he was dead and tried to contact her without any success. Thank you. Right. So we're nearly at the end. Anyway, we are supposed to believe that he was put into a forlorn state of lost love and wrote all the next 10 years of songs for her. Is that true? He wrote 10 years of songs for her. I don't know. You tell me, guys. Kathy, are you lonesome tonight to Kentucky Rain and Kentucky Rain? And on goes the list. Is this correct? Okay. Did he write any songs for her, Kathy? All his future girlfriends, from Priscilla to June, so Priscilla to June Junico, Lucy's lookalike Ginger were just an attempt at replacing Lucy. This is what's being stated by Joj and Desiree. What do you feel about that, Kathy? And then we got P.S. There is an interview on a French TV show, and at the end, she is asked what she is doing now. She says, "I'm a designer, and is still right, and still write, and I still write." So she still writes, yeah. So does she write? I didn't know this. Write what? Was this a slip? She writes fiction, has for years, in my presumption. So this is Kim's views. I'll be honest with you, Kim. It's very vague. It's very vague. That doesn't convince me. None of that convinces me that it's not true. I'll be honest. Yeah. But I do appreciate this email. I appreciate you taking the time to send me this email. Thank you. But now we are going to read. So Elvis never wrote songs. Kentucky Rain, he told her, sang for her when he was trying to find her. So read, please, guys, please read Kathy's comments. So the phones were down during the storm, and she told her sister everyone believed she was dead. That's correct. That all she thought she was dead. Right. Let's find Nancy's comments. Now, Nancy has really gone out of her way to try and explain to me that it's true. Okay, guys? Now, remember, I'm on the fence. I'm not going to decide either way. I'm going to sit on the fence. Okay? Kathy's here to help us. Hi, Philomena. Kathy's here. Welcome back, Philomena. I know you've been poorly, yeah? Welcome back. So, Kathy, let's have a look. I need to find the comment that she sent me. There was one that was very long. That I wanted to save to read to you guys. Thing is, I've got to find it because it's quite a way back. So Nancy, you're not here, obviously. I think she sent it me like 4 days ago, and I remember thinking I need to read this. Let's have a look. So does anyone here want to ask questions to Kathy, who represents Dari Matera, the author, whilst I'm trying to find this message from Nancy? Right, here we go. Right, I'm just trying to find it, guys. You ask. Please ask her questions while this loads up. It's not coming up at the moment. It's because they're quite old. It's sort of taking a while. Let me just reload it. Hi, Kathy. I saw a clip ELS rehearsing. Right, starting to work a bit better now, guys. I want to be fair, and I want you guys to see both sides of the argument. I think, and even people that are undecided, I think they have a right to be able to analyze this story and decide for themselves. Come on, Nancy, where are you? Let's have a look. Right, what's this? This could be it. Right, I found a couple. I just want to make sure I get the right one. But that one's more to do with Mike Stone. Right, let's go back. So obviously, the Mike Stone interview was very interesting. Let's have a look at this one. So there's another one here. She sends me a lot of messages. This one is about Priscilla. She sent me some great messages. Right, go keep asking questions with Kathy, please, while I try and find her comment with the Desiree and Lucy. This one's about Anne Margaret. Nancy, you send me so many comments. Right, let's have a look. See, this one's about Priscilla. She said she does. Nancy, you do send me a lot of comments. Let's have a look. What we might have to do is go to the actual video. So I think I'm going to get what I'll do. I'll go to the actual video of Are You Lonesome Tonight and see if she's put the comments there, because it's gone. I can't see her comment. No. Okay, so we'll find it on the. Now, if I have to rush off, I'm sorry, guys, but I'll try not to. But please keep asking Kathy questions whilst I'm digging up this info. Right, let's go to the last video that I did of Are You Lonesome Tonight? I think. Well, we've got a few. Let's have a look. We've got chapter 4 is the last one I did. It's only got, it hasn't got that many comments on it, but let's just see if so we've got Marco says he believes it. Joanne, just because it can be proved that Lucy lived and worked where she said she did does not mean the stuff with Elvis is true. That's Joanne. Right, let's view all. So TRK, right, here we go. TRK, how are you, my friend? TRK, how are you? In the beginning, I was skeptical of the story, but now I believe it is possibly true. Desiree looks a lot like Elvis, and she's not after anything except acceptance for the truth. I believe that Priscilla and Elvis Presley Enterprises have fought to keep this from coming out because of greed. I have to say, I have read the entire book, and of course, I do question parts of the book. I tend to lean now more on believing that it's true. Okay, guys? So let me keep going. We found Nancy's comment. Oh, yes. Guys, now look at that for a comment. It's two of those. Are you ready for this? Now, this comment is probably going to take up the rest of the video, but it doesn't matter. Hi, Luann. Hi, Josie. So I'm very, very grateful to Kathy for helping us. I'm also grateful to Dari Matira, the author, for allowing me to read this book. So I won't read it now. I'll read it on the next episode a bit later on today, okay? Right. It was, let me just check your comments before I start. Linda, thank you for helping us. Hi, Songbird. Everyone that's joined us, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, if I haven't said your name, Sandra, thank you. Debbie, thank you. Luann, Lily, all of you. Jane, thank you. Right. Okay, I know, Louis. It was to suit that Elvis wore. It was the suit that Elvis wore to the White House. Everybody swore it was black. Lucy said it was a dark purple. Now remember, this is Nancy. This is Nancy, yeah? dark purple because she was with him that morning. It was either that morning or that night. And she said, no, it was dark purple. And they called her a liar. And Joe brought up the video. The guy that worked for the president at the time said, no, it was dark blue. It was not black. And he was speaking from the White House. So what I'm saying is she knew things back then. How would she know? That, and like the hands being purple and blue. Somebody, so is this Elvis's hands were a bit purpley blue? Is that right? Hi, Darlene. Right, so, okay. Somebody find it on YouTube that you could see it, but you got to remember back then they didn't have YouTube. We only had 3 channels. So how would she know that his hands were purple and blue? And I'll be honest with you, Louis, I listened to a couple of women who claimed it was that they were Elvis's child, and it literally took me a couple of minutes to say, no, you're not. You just know you're not. I think they believe that they are, but no, Lucy, there is no doubt that she was with Elvis, and certain pictures of Elvis really looks like Desiree. I have to look at myself because I have to convince myself. Now, Nancy has made this clear to me. She did not believe it. She did not believe it, but she now does believe it after a lot of research and careful reading. Of course, listening to Joe, she changed her mind. She started to believe it. Okay, guys? He came home, right? Myself, when I saw Elvis on the video, when he came home from the army, I thought, oh crap, he looks like Desiree. She looks just like him. And what happened, the only reason why Lucy agreed to talk about it to the reporter is Lucy and Desiree's relationship was going bad. It got bad because Lucy wouldn't talk to Desiree about it. And that's why she finally opened up and didn't want Desiree to be ashamed who she is, and finally told Desiree who she was. I'm also wondering, and I'll be honest, Elvis was careful. You know what I'm talking about. Did he want her to get pregnant? I question that. I question that one because she got pregnant right before he went off to the army, because Elvis was careful, and I don't think that crossed Lucy's, and I listened to them. So sorry, the words are a bit jumbled up, but it's sure crossed my mind. And there's something else in the book. I don't want to ruin it for you. She knows I haven't read it. Yeah. So I don't want to tell you everything in the book. But what I'm saying is she knew a lot that we only are finding out in the last. I'm gonna have to read this and go, guys. Let me just reply to someone. Okay, right. So I'm gonna read the rest of this comment and then I got to shoot off. But I'm coming back, guys. There we are. So I'm saying if she knew a lot, we're only finding out in the last few years. So there's no doubt that she was with Elvis for over 20 years. Like I left you a comment, and he was going to marry her. No, it would have ruined him. She knew that he knew, but he cared about her. But no, he was never going to marry Lucy. He wanted to tell his mother about Lucy, but she said, you can't see. Sorry, it's hard to read, guys. So I'm struggling a bit. You can't see. She made Elvis swear and promise not to tell anybody about her. His dad knew at the end. but didn't know Lucy's name. He just knew that there was someone to count on no matter what. And there's another thing. So, you know, back in the 70s, I don't know if it was 1970 or 1971, Elvis was being sued. Some lady said that her son was Elvis's child. Elvis had to take a lie detector. Yes, we read about this yesterday. And he passed it, didn't he? Elvis had to take a lie detector for the FBI. One question came up: is there anybody out there? You might have a child with besides Priscilla? He stopped and said maybe. Is this true, guys? I don't know about this. He stopped and said maybe. Yeah. Charlie was with him and Charlie heard it, but Charlie still denied that he was talking about Lucy. Okay. Charlie didn't know about Lucy. None of the guys knew about Lucy. He kept his word. He didn't tell no one. And now there's another part in the book that people didn't believe. I don't want to tell you. As soon as you come up to it, I'll let you know. I believe it. So Nancy believes it. Okay. Why would she make it up? Wouldn't even make sense. And they find out it happened. And listen to the Arthur. So I'm finding this a bit mixed up. Sorry, guys. I'm going to listen to him tonight. I like him. I like him because he don't have nothing to hide. In his defense, Izzy's defensive. Yes, is he defensive? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he was upset how Desiree and Lucy were treated after the book came out. All right, so I think she's talking about Dari, I think. He felt responsible, so I completely understood that there's another thing that she hated the Colonel. I never heard anything about the Colonel back then, but she did from Elvis, and she hated him. She wanted him to get rid of the Colonel, so like I said, she knew things that we're only hearing about now. And that's what I'm saying. When you read the book, you really got to listen to it and you go, oh crap. And how did she know that? So everything makes sense. You got to remember, Elvis and Lucy was alone. Everybody says, well, where's the pictures? Who was going to take the pictures? I think there's something coming up with Desiree. I'm not sure. I don't know if she's going to do a story or show everything. She promised her mother and on her deathbed that she wanted Desiree to show everybody she's really his daughter. But she said, you do not take any money and you got to promise me that before the dementia hit her real bad. Sorry, it's very tough to read this. She would be yelling out for Elvis, and you made my day by thanking me for sticking up for you. All right, so Nancy stuck up for me. Nancy, I do appreciate you sticking up for me. All of you guys that stick up for me. So, guys, I'm going to go, but I am coming back to do I'm going to come back. We're going to see if there's any more comments, and then we're going to try and read some of chapter 5. This is the plan. So, Kathy, I don't want to be rude. I've got no choice. I have to go and pick someone up and give them a lift because the wife's at work. But Kathy, I hope that we've been fair. I hope that we've tried to give both sides. I hope you guys understood my reading because that was quite difficult. I want you guys to be informed for or against, or if you're just indifferent and you don't want to make up your minds, you just want to observe. I don't want to sway things, and I'll tell you why, because I respect Desiree. I respect Kathy. Oh, thank you. Kathy, when I come back, probably only in half an hour. In half an hour, when I come back, we're going to do another 45 minutes. Yeah. I hope you don't mind, but I'll check that link when I get back. but I want you guys to know that I respect Desiree Matera, the author. I respect Kathy. I respect Joe at Rare Elvis Photos. But I also respect you guys, that you're right to either believe it or not believe it or be indifferent. Yeah. I am not going to tell you to believe it or to not believe it. And we are going to read this book. I'm going to read this book over the next week. We're going to read this book. So chapter 5 is next. Yeah. So I will be, it takes me about 20 minutes to drop someone off. So I think I'll be back in 30 minutes, I hope, unless something happens. Yeah. But Kathy, you've been a good friend. Thank you. And Nancy, you know I love you. Thank you so much for your comments. You mean the world to me. All people that stand up for me, defend me, thank you. You're amazing. Team Elvis, you rock. You rule. Loyalty is what we want at Team Elvis. Thanks, guys. Take care. I'll see you in half an hour. Bye, Isa. Bye, everyone.